Welcome. Today, we're diving into predictive stability modeling in pharmaceutical development. I'm Dr. S.K. Singh, and together we'll explore how this approach helps us anticipate changes in drug stability, making development faster, safer, and more efficient. Let's get started. Let's start by looking at how pharmaceutical shelf life is traditionally determined. It's a process grounded in long-term and accelerated stability studies, combined with statistical trend analysis and regulatory guidelines. These methods are solid, scientifically sound, but they take a lot of time, resources, and samples. Now, there's a new way emerging: predictive stability modeling. This approach uses advanced math, statistics, and AI to forecast product degradation early, before all the real-time data is in. The goal? To shift from reacting to stability issues to anticipating them with predictive intelligence. Let's start by understanding what predictive stability modeling really means. It's about using math, models, statistics, and AI to forecast how a product will hold up over time, based on data we already have. The main goals: to predict how a drug might degrade, estimate its shelf life, help develop better formulations, speed up development, and guide regulatory decisions. This approach applies across new drug development, managing a product's life cycle, optimizing packaging, setting retest periods, and keeping an eye on stability trends. Let's talk about the regulatory framework and what's expected when using predictive models. Several key organizations set the guidelines here, from the International Council for Harmonization to the FDA in the United States, the European Medicines Agency, and the World Health Organization. They all agree on one thing: predictive models can help support stability decisions, but they can't replace actual stability data unless they're thoroughly validated and justified. In other words, models are tools, not substitutes. Let's look at how stability assessment has evolved over time. Traditionally, it relied on real-time and accelerated studies with manual trend evaluation, a process that's thorough but time-consuming. Today, we're moving towards statistical modeling, risk-based assessments, and predictive analytics, which speed things up and add precision. Looking ahead, AI-driven prediction, digital twins, and real-time stability intelligence promise to transform the field entirely. The big win here is clear: faster development without sacrificing scientific rigor or regulatory compliance. When we talk about predictive stability models, there are several types to consider. First, machine learning models. These include random forest, gradient boosting, and artificial neural networks. Then we have mechanistic models, which rely on chemical degradation kinetics, like first-order or zero-order degradation, and Arrhenius models. Statistical models use historical stability data, applying techniques like linear regression, multivariate analysis, or survival analysis. Finally, hybrid models blend mechanistic insights with AI-based methods, aiming to get the best of both worlds. Let's dive into Arrhenius-based predictive modeling. This approach helps us understand how temperature influences reaction rates. By using the Arrhenius equation, we can predict how fast a process will happen under different conditions. It's a powerful tool for forecasting outcomes in chemistry, materials science, and beyond. Essentially, it connects the dots between energy, temperature, and reaction speed, giving us a way to anticipate what's coming next. Let's look at how Arrhenius modeling helps us predict shelf life. Here, the predicted assay after 24 months is 96.5%, comfortably within the specified range of 95 to 105%. This means the product is expected to remain stable for 2 years. These predictions aren't just theoretical, they're backed up by long-term stability studies. The table shows assay loss at different temperatures, illustrating how the product degrades faster as the temperature rises. This approach gives us confidence in the product's shelf life and quality over time. Now let's look at the results. By using machine learning, we've boosted prediction accuracy beyond what traditional linear methods can achieve. This approach considers a wide range of factors, from packaging details like barrier characteristics and closure systems, to environmental conditions such as temperature, humidity, and light exposure. It also takes formulation variables into account, like the properties of the active ingredient and the excipient mix, as well as process variables including compression force and granulation parameters. Machine learning helps us understand how all these elements interact in complex ways. Let's talk about digital twin technology, a powerful tool that creates a virtual replica of a pharmaceutical product. This digital twin isn't static. It's constantly updated with real-world manufacturing and stability data. It can simulate how a product degrades, assess what happens during storage mishaps, predict how shelf life changes, and even evaluate packaging tweaks. For example, if a biologic product is exposed to 30 degrees Celsius for 72 hours, the digital twin can predict potency loss and remaining shelf life, all without waiting for lab tests. Biologics come with their own set of stability challenges. Proteins can clump together, oxidize, lose key groups, or even break down structurally. To tackle this, we use advanced tools like molecular dynamic simulations, AI-driven predictions, and structural stability models. For example, with monoclonal antibodies, AI can forecast how likely they are to aggregate at different temperatures, then suggest the best way to store them. This predictive approach helps us keep biologics safe and effective. When it comes to regulatory challenges, there are several key concerns we need to keep front and center. First, model validation, ensuring accuracy, robustness, and reproducibility is critical. Then, explainability. Regulators have to understand how predictions are made, not just what they are. Data integrity is another pillar, requiring strict compliance with ALCOA plus principles. Finally, managing the model lifecycle means regular reviews, revalidation, and careful change control. Above all, predictions must be scientifically defendable and fully auditable. Let's look at a case study where AI helped predict stability for a modified release tablet using 10 years of historical data. The AI analyzed key factors like impurity growth, moisture sensitivity, and how packaging affects the product. It found that switching from a PVC blister to an alu-alu blister could extend the shelf life from 24 to 36 months. This insight led to less product waste, a longer market presence, and a smoother, more efficient supply chain. Looking ahead, the future of stability testing is shaped by several emerging trends. We're seeing AI-assisted protocols that boost accuracy and efficiency. Predictive shelf life assignments are becoming more common, alongside real-time stability monitoring that keeps us constantly informed. Continuous verification programs and digital management systems are streamlining processes. Importantly, regulators are beginning to accept model-informed stability submissions. This leads us to the future vision, Model-Informed Stability Development, or MISD, which builds on the principles of model-informed drug development. It's an exciting shift towards smarter, data-driven approaches. To wrap up, predictive stability modeling offers a powerful toolkit for the pharmaceutical industry. It speeds up development, deepens our scientific insight, and sharpens our ability to forecast stability. This leads to better risk management, lower costs, and more efficient lifecycle oversight. From a regulatory standpoint, these models should support existing stability programs, be rigorously validated, and uphold data integrity. They're meant to complement, not replace, traditional studies. Together, these advances mark a new era in stability science, helping us deliver safer, higher-quality medicines faster and smarter. Thanks for joining me today. If you'd like to explore this topic further or have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I appreciate your time and attention, and I look forward to continuing the conversation. Thank you. This video was created with SlideSpeak. Visit SlideSpeak to turn your presentations into engaging AI-narrated videos.